What's up guys, I am back. So this is going to be a longer video because I have a lot of catching up to do. One of the things I want to talk about are my goals and what I plan on doing moving forward. So I took about 4 months off of posting any of my videos just because life kind of got in the way, but I also started putting my focus on other areas. So I just want to talk about my goals that I set in the beginning of this year, what I've accomplished since then, what I've accomplished since my accident, and what my goals look like leading up in the next few years. So as some of you might or might not know, in 2011 or in 2012 February, I broke my neck and back in a motorcycle accident. I had 4 broken ribs, a fractured skull, dislocated shoulder, and a random broken toe. I had T1 through 5 in my back fused, meaning they put 2 rods and 10 screws in my back. My main goal was to eventually get back on stage. The doctor basically said I was between a rock and a hard place, basically meaning I needed to get the surgery. I needed to have my back fused. The first question that I had for him wasn't if I was going to walk again, but it was if I was ever going to lift again. And he said he wasn't sure. I asked him if I was able to lift again, would I ever be back to where I was prior to that. He said most likely no, but he had no answers for me. Fast forward 6 months, I met my girlfriend Stephanie. We started our relationship, obviously, and at that point I had started getting back into weight training. It was really nice because she was, even though she had worked out, she wasn't, didn't really know much about powerlifting or anything like that, so we were kind of able to grow together. Fast forward a few more years, I had a full-time job and I was back to coaching part-time, and Tyler reached out to me. Tyler Mayer, owner of TNT, reached out to me and asked if I thought about coaching full-time. I told him I actually had, so at that point I had come over to the team. A little prior to that, back up a little bit, yes, my main goal was to step on the bodybuilding stage, but my main goal, or another goal, was to compete in powerlifting. The weekend that my accident happened, it was actually on a Thursday. That weekend, though, I was supposed to compete in a powerlifting meet, and it meant a lot to me. So in 2015, I started getting back into powerlifting, competitive powerlifting. I ended up setting, we were coming close to setting some state records. So leading into this year, I made it a goal of mine to set a state record. I set the squat state record in the 66 kg class, which is 145 or 144.5, and then at that point, I had basically made the decision that it was time for me to step back on stage. I felt like I had made a lot of growth as far as my physique was concerned, and I was just ready to do it. So I talked to Tyler about coaching me, and then that's when him and I started talking again. Him and I have known each other since 2011, so good friends. Fast forward a few months, coming into prep, there was a couple of meets going on at the same time, and I thought I'd take advantage of it and possibly compete in a lighter weight class depending on where my weight fell. The weight class below mine was 130.1, and in Flagstaff I competed at 133 point something, and was able to still hit my state record squat, which was in the 144 class, which was 130. I'm sorry, 69.5, I believe. Anyways, so I was really stoked about that, able to tie a personal best, quite a bit lighter. And as I got close to the show, I dropped within the 130 class, and I thought it'd be a great opportunity for me to compete in that class. So I did, and I actually ended up setting 6 state records for that weight class. The 130.1, squat, bench, deadlift, push, pull, and a few others. 2 weeks after that, I achieved my goal of stepping back on stage again, competing in the Arizona State Championships, WNBF, or INBF, no, INBF. And then 6 weeks after that, we did another show, the OCB Desert Valley Natural, where I placed 3rd place in a massive class, a lot of great competitors. So, yeah, achieved that goal. Moving into next year, I have some goals set for myself. I want to back off of competing in powerlifting as much as I have been. Lately I've been doing about 4 shows a year. I want to reduce that down to 2 powerlifting meets. I want to coach 6 local meets. I want to referee 4 meets. I'm also a USAPL state referee. We are hosting our first meet in February, so I'm looking forward to that. This isn't a for sure thing, but I might propose to Stephanie next year. Our house is going to be finished. That's another huge thing. So in 2014, we had our first home built, which was amazing. After living there for a couple of years, we decided that we wanted a upgrade. So we sold that house, and we are currently having our new house built, which is supposed to be done in February. We're staying at Stephanie's sister's house until that will be done. So next year our house will be done, and I want to get that completely finished as far as like the backyard, inside, all the furniture and all that good stuff. I want to manage the team. There are a lot of big things happening, and I want to step up into that role. Vacation, Stephanie and I haven't been on a true vacation in probably 2 years, so I owe it to her to actually go somewhere. And I want to be capped out with clients. I want to be able to turn away clients due to being full. 2018, I plan on competing in bodybuilding again, and hoping to hit at least 2 bodybuilding shows. Another 2 powerlifting meets. I would like to compete at nationals, the USAPL Abroad Nationals. And if I propose to Stephanie next year, we want to get married that year. I want to have all my debts paid off, student loans and all that fun stuff. My lifting goals for 2017 is I want to squat 402, bench press 245, and deadlift 465. Life goals are have all my debts paid off. Our forever home done. We plan on being in this next home for 5 years, and then we'll be moving into that permanent home. I want to work from home. I want a retirement, and I want a fishing boat. A lot of you guys don't know, but I'm huge into fishing, so I want to do that. In this video, you'll also see Stephanie hitting her mock meet, which was 2 days ago. I'm very proud of her. She ended up hitting 295 on squat, 125 on bench, and I believe 305 on deadlift. She will be competing in April, so I will have her set to do that. So that's not on here, but that's another goal of mine, is to coach her to her first meet. That's it for this one, guys. First one is done.